Welcome to the unveiling of our third series, a journey that promises to alter your perspective on everyday walking habits. Have you ever considered the possibility that exceeding 10,000 steps each day could accelerate the aging of your legs, potentially leading to earlier dependence on a wheelchair? Indeed, it's a moment to pause and reflect. Achieving high step counts on your pedometer isn't the ultimate health goal. As we delve into the myths versus realities, for those eager to unlock more astonishing health truths, remember to subscribe and activate notifications for our channel. A healthier lifestyle is merely a click away. In today's episode, we're exploring 3 walking habits that could hasten the aging of your legs and jeopardize your independence. Topping our list is the common belief in the superiority of more steps, particularly the pursuit of 10,000 steps daily. This target, especially popular among middle-aged and older adults seeking to make the most of their retirement years, prompts us to question its true value. Walking is indeed a remarkable form of exercise, replete with health advantages. A study involving over 4,000 elderly individuals in Japan identified an optimal range. Walking fewer than 5,000 steps daily can reduce the mortality risk by 23% with every additional 1,000 steps. Yet, the leap beyond 10,000 steps may not offer the health benefits once thought. Excessive walking could inadvertently lead to heightened health risks, such as joint damage, increased heart strain, and negative effects from prolonged sun exposure. What makes surpassing your daily step goal risky? The answer lies in 3 primary concerns. 1. The stress placed on your joints and bones. 1. The undue pressure on your heart from excessive activity. And 1. The risk of harm from extended exposure to UV rays. The most concerning aspect: the significant threat excessive walking poses to your joint health. Join us as we delve into strategies for finding the ideal equilibrium between maintaining an active lifestyle and safeguarding the health of your legs for the future. Remember, embracing moderation is not merely advisable, it's essential for ensuring a fulfilling, active, and independent life. As we delve further into the impact of walking on our well-being, let's focus on a surprisingly common ailment: osteoarthritis. Far from being just another health issue, it's a glaring warning for enthusiasts of daily strolls. Osteoarthritis can severely damage the knee joint, manifesting as pain, stiffness, and the distinctive sound of creaking, ultimately making walking a formidable task, if not an impossibility. But what exactly leads to this distressing condition? The primary villain is the deterioration of knee cartilage. Imagine this: once the cartilage, which acts as a protective cushion for your knee joints, begins to degrade, there's no turning back. It cannot regenerate. Consequently, being diagnosed with osteoarthritis usually signifies a bleak prognosis. Moreover, the discomfort it brings isn't merely physical pain. It coerces you into adopting walking patterns that might offer short-term relief, but ultimately exacerbate your condition. Such patterns, once established, can exacerbate the situation, propelling you into a vicious cycle of deterioration and agony. In Japan, the prevalence of osteoarthritis is alarmingly high, almost reaching epidemic levels, with an estimated 25 million sufferers and a striking 55% prevalence rate among individuals over 40. As we age, the risk of knee pain intensifies, particularly as we enter our 50s and 60s. Although being overweight is a recognized contributor to osteoarthritis, excessive walking also plays a significant role. Ironically, the very activity intended to enhance joint flexibility and strength can, if done to excess, overwhelm the muscles that support our knees, forcing our cartilage to bear the burden. This excessive strain, especially notable in those surpassing 10,000 steps daily, can mark the decline of knee health. The key takeaway? It's imperative to strike a careful balance between maintaining an active lifestyle and safeguarding our joint health. Osteoarthritis may be silently trailing your extra steps, poised to strike. Stay with us as we explore how to tread the delicate boundary between achieving fitness goals and avoiding overstrain, ensuring your walking regimen fosters well-being rather than detriment. When knee discomfort begins to emerge, it's a crucial alert that demands attention, particularly for those who cherish reaching their daily walking targets for the sake of health. Though commitment to physical activity is praiseworthy, ignoring knee pain can have adverse effects, aggravating joint inflammation and possibly precipitating conditions as severe as osteoarthritis. It's essential to remember that maintaining an active routine isn't merely about persistence. It's equally about heeding the signals your body sends and recognizing the moments to rest. Osteoarthritis proves to be a formidable adversary. Once it takes hold, overcoming it is a formidable challenge, with possible outcomes ranging from enduring pain to the potential necessity of joint replacement surgery. A path laden with its own set of risks, including the risk of infection and the uncertain prospect of fully reclaiming prior levels of mobility. So, what should be the course of action? For those surpassing the 10,000 step mark daily, scaling back to approximately 8,000 steps is advisable, along with not hesitating to pause at any onset of discomfort. This approach goes beyond merely sidestepping overuse injuries. It's a deliberate strategy to safeguard the longevity of your heart and joint health. Research by esteemed entities like the University of California underscores that while moderate exercise significantly benefits heart health, crossing a certain threshold of physical exertion can be detrimental, elevating the risks of heart ailments and strokes. Yet, the narrative extends further. The peril of excessive exercise also encompasses the risk of overexposure to ultraviolet rays during prolonged outdoor activities, shifting the balance from advantageous to detrimental. Vitamin D is indispensable for maintaining robust bones and mental health, but exercising moderation is crucial. Excessive sunlight exposure can accelerate skin aging, lead to hair loss, increase the likelihood of developing eye issues such as cataracts, and weaken the immune system. Ultimately, while outdoor activities and maintaining activeness stand as foundational elements of a healthful lifestyle, embracing the principle of moderation is key. Regulating your levels of physical activity and sun exposure is vital in ensuring that today's efforts to stay fit do not undermine your health in the future. To gain a clearer view, consider this. Walking at a brisk pace, 1,000 steps in 10 minutes is seen as beneficial for health. Thus, the popular goal of 10,000 steps translates into roughly 100 minutes, or about an hour and a half of walking. While some may prefer the treadmill to avoid monotony, the call of the outdoors is irresistible for many. However, it's essential to revisit our discussion on sunlight exposure. Although vitamin D is beneficial, there's a limit to its goodness. The optimal duration for sun exposure without overdoing it is between 20 to 30 minutes, significantly less than what it takes to achieve 10,000 steps. Insights from the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare reveal an interesting statistic. The average adult accumulates about 6,000 steps in their daily activities. This observation suggests that aiming for 10,000 steps could exceed what's necessary for health. By incorporating an additional 4,000 steps through intentional walking, a healthier equilibrium can be achieved. However, this adjustment still results in around 40 minutes of walking, which might exceed the recommended sun exposure limit. Venturing further into the link between walking habits and dementia, innovative research involving Alzheimer's disease model mice has unveiled remarkable insights. The immobilization of their hind legs for a short period, leading to muscle atrophy, prompted the early onset of dementia symptoms. This phenomenon is linked to hemopexin, a rare protein released by deteriorating muscles, which triggers brain inflammation. This groundbreaking finding is crucial not just for comprehending Alzheimer's in mice, but is also thought to reflect a similar biological process in humans. A constricted stride, limiting the activation of the gluteus maximus, our body's largest muscle, could potentially initiate a cascade effect, resulting in brain inflammation and an escalated risk of dementia. Moreover, the implications of a narrow stride are not confined to the brain's health. This walking pattern inherently increases the risk of falls by requiring more steps to cover distances, subsequently elevating the chance of tripping. Particularly for the elderly, falls represent more than just physical harm. They can lead to a rapid deterioration in cognitive functions, underscoring the importance of fall prevention with advancing age. Intriguingly, a narrow stride impacts not just our balance and cognitive health, but also how we lift our feet. Taking smaller steps increases the probability of tripping over even slight obstacles, potentially leading to accidents. Therefore, while a narrow stride might seem insignificant in the broader context of leg and lower body health, its ties to a substantially higher dementia risk should not be underestimated. Nonetheless, individuals habituated to this walking pattern should approach adjustments with caution, as sudden changes without proper advice might result in knee injuries or falls. As we conclude this enlightening segment of our third series, we've shed light on several walking habits that might be covertly affecting the health of your legs and lower body, potentially compromising your independence. From the hidden risks of exceeding 10,000 steps a day to the underestimated hazards of a narrow stride and the reliance on handrails. We've explored how these practices could be hastening the decline of your mobility and elevating your risk for conditions such as osteoarthritis and dementia. What then is the ideal target? Returning to the principle of moderation, setting a goal of 8,000 steps per day appears to be a wise choice. This regimen combines 6,000 steps from everyday activities with an extra 2,000 steps from purposeful walking. The outcome? An ideal 20-minute walk that harmonizes the advantages of physical activity with controlled sun exposure. This method goes beyond just protecting your skin or efficiently allocating your time. It's a deliberate strategy aimed at maintaining leg strength and ensuring enduring mobility. In summary, while walking is unquestionably advantageous, achieving a balanced approach is key. A daily 20-minute walk transcends mere physical activity. It represents a pledge toward lifelong mobility, vitality, and overall well-being. Let's commit to moderation, relish the outdoors wisely, and stride towards a more healthful future. Stay tuned, as what's coming next could revolutionize your approach to walking. We're about to explore a walking habit that's quietly undermining your mobility and drastically increasing your dementia risk: the narrow stride. Previously, we discussed the potential harm caused by compensating for a knee injury. But were you aware that even in the absence of injury, a narrow stride can accelerate the decline of your knee function, possibly rendering effortless walking a relic of the past? A groundbreaking study by the National Institute for Environmental Studies, involving more than 1,000 elderly individuals, revealed that those with a narrow stride were over 3 times more likely to experience cognitive decline compared to individuals with a wider stride. Even more alarming, maintaining a narrow stride could double the likelihood of developing dementia later on. This evidence highlights the significant influence our walking pattern has on our cognitive health over time. Why does a narrow stride have such an impact? Primarily because it results in reduced activation of leg and lower body muscles, which can lead to muscle weakening and heightened risk of falls, both key contributors to cognitive deterioration. Adopting a wider stride transcends mere adjustment in your walking style. It's an active measure aimed at engaging a broader spectrum of muscle groups, boosting your overall strength, and securing both your physical mobility and cognitive sharpness. Although initially it may seem awkward to consciously widen your stride, the advantages are both immediate and profound, enhancing muscle strength and diminishing the likelihood of falls. This goes beyond a mere suggestion. It's an encouragement to critically assess and possibly revolutionize your walking habits for the better. In the forthcoming sections, we'll delve into specific techniques designed to aid you in this transition smoothly and effectively. How you walk has a significant influence on your health and future, and we're committed to supporting you through every phase of this journey. This exploration into the nuances of walking and its broader health implications serves as a compelling call to adopt more mindful movement practices. Whether it involves rethinking your daily step goal, modifying your stride, or embracing the challenge of standing without assistance, every minor adjustment can lead to significant improvements in both your physical and cognitive health. However, our journey into the world of healthy walking habits is far from over. This video is merely the opening chapter of our 3-part series, promising even more insights into how to preserve and enhance your mobility and well-being through informed practices. If today's discussion resonated with you and you're keen on continuing this exploration with us, don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. The upcoming installments will offer deeper dives into strategies and advice for protecting your mobility and enriching your life quality. Every step you take plays a crucial role in shaping your long-term health and autonomy. Let's advance together, adopting measures that ensure our ability to walk freely and without limitations imposed by preventable conditions. We're grateful you joined us for today's journey and eagerly anticipate your return for the subsequent chapters of this series. Together, we're not merely learning, we're marching towards a future brimming with health and vitality. See you in our next video.